Before we start, just want to let you guys know that if you'd rather follow along with text, there's a Google Docs down below in the video description. And big shout out and thanks to CoolCatto for editing the video. Sorry if the audio and the dialogue's a bit choppy at times, but this is literally the first time, and hopefully the last time I do this kind of thing. I'm a bit inexperienced, but with that being said, enjoy. Alright, hello guys. I didn't want to have to make this video, but here I am today. In this video, I'm going to be addressing something that happened many months ago. And basically, the summary is I banned a guy from my Twitch chat. My Twitch name is TTAZ44. And this was about 6 months ago on November 1st, 2022. So I banned him all the way back then. And despite it being so long ago, he is still being crazy about it. I really did not want to put this in here, but I'm not trying to clout chase. I'm not trying to bring attention to my stream. In fact, after this video goes live, I am going to basically delete my Twitch account and just go invisible. Because I did not sign up for any of this. I did not want this drama or these kinds of people in my life. And to be honest, I'm kind of just over it, honestly. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 2 years now, and I've made like what, 1,100 followers. It's been a very fun ride. And it's been fun seeing familiar faces come by now and then, chatting to you guys, but things must come to an end. You know, I do not want this in my life anymore. So with that being said, it was a fun ride, but let's get into the nitty gritty. So, the date in question is November 1st, 2022. This is when I banned Nocturnal AD, a viewer from my chat. Leading up until that day was a week of basically warnings that I gave to him, starting roughly on October 22, and the VODs from that time frame are no longer available because they have expired. When you are a Twitch affiliate, your VODs will automatically expire after 2 weeks if you have not either highlighted them, clipped them, you know, downloaded them, stuff like that. And in those VODs, I was basically playing games that were not my main game, games such as Genshin Impact, Dota 2, and there was nothing for me to archive or save. Simply put, I banned him, and that was all there was to it. You know, I've banned multiple people from my streams in the past, and so in my mind, this was basically just another ban from a person that was breaking my rules. So let's go to October 22, 2022. I see Nocturnal AD is in my chat and he's breaking my rules, so I take note of it. Specifically, he's breaking the rule of keeping things on topic and relevant. This rule is present on my channel's About tab, and also it's in the chat prompt when you are trying to chat on my stream. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and look at this picture right here. This is a picture of the chat logs which are present from that stream. Now, again, the VOD is gone, but we do have the chat logs, so I can use this as a reference point to talk about it. But in here, I have highlighted, but yeah, I'm addicted, that's why I'm non-stop talking about it. This is Nocturnal AD acknowledging a verbal warning from me, addressing that, hey, the topic is being derailed, you know, we're getting kind of off topic here. And so he says that, oh, it's basically him saying, my bad, you know, I'm addicted to the game. And the game in question is not the game that I'm streaming. He is addicted to this game called Fiesta Online, which he is coming into my stream and constantly talking to me about. I have never played this game, but I have an option on my channel where if you redeem 30k channel points, I will stream a game of your choice for a session. And so basically, he is watching my streams in order to get these channel points so that he can make me play this game, which is fine. You know, I've done that in the past for many people before. They've earned the points, they redeemed it, and I played their game. Whether it's Honkai Impact, Onimusha Warlords, I've played a bunch of games on stream that way. On November 1st, 2022, this is when I banned him from my Twitch stream. After multiple warnings, you know, I just can't keep doing the same thing, right? There has to be an end game here. I ultimately have to ban him. And so I banned him from my stream on November 1st, 2022. And arguably, I could have banned him on the first day that I noticed this behavior, but because he was a viewer of mine and also a previous 1-month sub, I decided to give him some leniency. On that same day, at 9 PM, I receive a message from him in Twitch Whispers. He says,
"If you want to talk in voice chat, I'm willing to talk to you. I didn't know you hated me that much for lurking. I think last night I fell asleep now that you mention it. but I'm not going to deny it that I lurk. Yes, I have you muted while I'm listening to something else on my main monitor, but you're playing on my second monitor. If you don't believe me, that's fine, but I really liked your stream. One of the only streams I actually ever join into, but I don't recommend banning me for doing that, man. Sorry that I never subscribed or pop keys for you and Realm to support, but I mean, if that's your decision, no worries, man. I don't plan on to leave on bad terms because I do like you, but I respect your decisions. Best of luck to you, mate.
So, in this message, we see that he acknowledges that he was lurking, which is fine. Lurking is completely fine, but I noticed that he was lurking for extrinsic motivations in that he wanted me to play this game. And so I explicitly stated to him on mic that I am not okay with this. I do not want you to be lurking like this, and I do not want you to be basically turning the conversation of the chat of the game that I'm playing. So let's say I'm playing Genshin Impact. I don't want you to be talking about other games on my stream as I am playing that game. You know, if I'm playing Genshin Impact, I don't want you to be talking about Fiesta Online. So I mentioned that to him multiple times and I warned them about that. So it's not the lurking that's the issue, it's everything else. Lurking is like a factor of it, and I explained why. But he sends me this message, and in my mind, in my head, I'm basically reading all this, and I'm like, okay, we're on good terms then, right? He respects my decisions, and he even says, best of luck to you, mate. So in my mind, in my heart, I'm like, okay, we ended on a good note here, you know? I banned him, I explained everything why I banned him, so we should be good, right? So yeah, up until this point in time, there was no problem from anyone at all. We left on a good note where he said, I respect your decisions. However, 2 days later, and this is actually why I'm making this video. You know, if everything just ended on November 1st, when he said, I respect your decisions and good luck to you, mate. If everything just ended there, I would not be making this video. But 2 days later, on November 3, 2022, I received a nasty message from Nocturnal 80's throwaway Discord account called Berserk. And here is the image of him joining my Discord. So right here we can see the dino logs where it shows Berserk joining the Discord on his alt account. This account is only 30 minutes old, so he made it just to PM me. And so he joined my stream Discord, my public stream Discord, so that he could DM me. And I received this message from him.
1. Be mature. 2. Be civil. Respect other members of the server. 3. Don't be toxic. 4. Keep things SFW. You know what's funny? I used to never lurk and I'd always watch and listen, but it's quite interesting how young minds work. Once you actually chat to a streamer about something you enjoy and decide to lurk at that time, may it be on purpose or not, they ban you without any warning and not respond to messages because their ego is so high, then tell their viewers to fuck off. You're the first person I've ever met to ban someone for having their stream in the background. I am quite curious how old you are, because if this is how you plan to stream, boy, you got a big future ahead of you. Do you go to work? Or do you just ban viewers all day in the basement for no reason? I can't believe I actually said sorry to you. What a fool I am for saying sorry to a kid with high ego, but a part of me is happy that you did ban me. It's a friendly reminder that people can be two-faced toward the viewers that enjoy their stream, even if they don't like the game they play. It reminds me how much of a piece of shit humanity is. Thank God I never donated to you and I subscribe to only streamers that are adults and give off better energy. You act like from the moment I started watching you I've put you on mute. You're a funny one, yes you are. I should have recorded you to show the world what a mature looks like. Grow up. Something tells me you've never gone to college and got your degree. Also, just to rub your ignorance in your face a little more, I'm going to make sure I subscribe to every other Realm streamer that respects their viewers. No wonder why you always have one viewer when you play Dota. You hide behind that screen of yours like it's your protection when you act hard. Make sure to show this to your one viewer to show how much of a child you are.
It's a very negative thing. It's a very disrespectful message. Because in my mind, let's go back 2 days. On November 1st, we ended on good terms. He said that he respected my decision to ban him, and he even says good luck to you, mate. but then immediately 2 days after we get something that is a complete 180 from what I've been told. In this message, there's no substance here. It's basically just him roasting me. And it's really ironic because he quotes me on these things that are like, be mature, be civil, and yet in his message he is blatantly breaking these rules. I'm reading this and I think it's like a joke because we just had April Fools 2 weeks ago, but it's actually real. So he says,
once you actually chat to a steamer about something you enjoy and decide to lurk at that time, may it be on purpose or not, they ban you without any warning and not respond to messages because their ego is so high.
So in question he is talking about Fiesta Online, the game that he plays, but I did warn him that this is not on topic. You need to either bring this to Discord where we have specific channels for this discussion, or not talk about it on stream while I'm playing something else. And so he keeps emphasizing there wasn't any warning, yet he did acknowledge that there was warning right here. So now buckle up guys, buckle up your seatbelts because we're gonna fast forward to April 11, which is 2 days ago. So 6 months later, after receiving that message and after banning him from my chat, a bit of context in my life, I'm working again. That's pretty cool, life is good. I've taken a pretty long break from Realm of the Mad God, and between, let's say, like January to April, I've only really streamed the game like once or twice. I've been playing other games like Overwatch 2, and then the whole situation of me banning Nocturnal AD, and also him sending me a nasty message, it's all gone. Like, I was pretty sad for a bit, but then it's all completely gone. Until today, on April 11, 2023, I was gonna stream Realm that day, so I went to the Realm category on Twitch to kind of see what was happening. I clicked on Darren's stream, and then I see on his stream, he has a DM from Nocturnal AD.
Let me find the message. Oh yeah, this message of it. So this is the picture, and this was from him. Gonna show you.
So yes, Darren shows Nocturnal AD's picture and DMs on screen. It basically shows one of my streams that I did during April Fools. And it says,
look at this monkey. Banned me for lurking and not actively chatting all the time and supporting his stream. Never said one rude thing, not once. Imagine banning a mod on 2 Realm streams. Must mean I'm not a bad person. I don't even recorded. Bro, if only recorded what he said to me. Was straight up being a dick and just sat there and said sorry, being the better person. This is a bit back, but I snapped calling him out in DMS, and he didn't say SHT back cause his ego is so big. But have a good night, lol, just wanted to expose him to you real fast. I have all the DMS I sent, but nothing was sent back. He hid it all. Didn't post the video, banned me when he had no viewers. No proof, GG.
So, I will say there is one truthful thing in here. He said that he never said one rude thing, not once. That is true. Prior to me banning him, as far as I know, he did not say anything rude at all. He was a fairly normal Twitch viewer. Now, after the fact though, he is kind of showing his true colors, as we can see from this message that he sent me. And even in this message too, he's calling me a monkey. He's saying things that are not supported, right? If you want to expose somebody, you should be formal and articulate about it. You should not go to this kind of language, basically. And so he states that,
bro, if only recorded what he said to me. Was straight up being a dick and just sat there and said sorry, being the better person.
But we can see, this is what he said on that day. So November 1st, 2022. We can see that there is nothing to imply that I was toxic or inflammatory to Nocturnal AD. In fact, he even says, I guess I see your mindset. Which means that he understands where I'm coming from. So nothing here suggests that I was harassing him or being toxic or inflammatory to him. As you can see, this is a pretty civil discussion. What really freaks me out is that he was actually, Nocturnal AD was still watching me play Realm of the Mad God. Even though he's banned, even though he has stated that he does not want to associate or support me whatsoever. And so, This is not a joke, by the way. This is very serious. I do not feel good about this. At all, whatsoever. This kind of stuff is scary to me because on my stream, there's potential for me to leak sensitive information, and I had done that in the past. I do not want this to get into the wrong hands of people that are not safe. So I'm taking this very seriously. That's also why I said I will no longer be streaming on Twitch. I'm going to delete my channel. It's not to bring attention to me. It's not about me. Okay, guys? Now, the video at the time, like I said, VODs last for 2 weeks. So if he wanted to go and record the VOD, he had a 2-week window where he could have done so. But after that, I did not archive it, so the VOD is deleted. And now, regarding no viewers, I actually reached out to a couple of my viewers that were present at the time, and they've given me some statements. Here are 2 of their statements. So, I have blurred out the names because I do not want to get them involved, and they would rather stay anonymous, but it says, "Yeah, honestly, the only thing that stuck out to me is his odd behavior of, look at me, I'm here, and can't wait to do X of you, especially when talking about that one game he wanted to redeem for points. I guess there's some other weird one-offs here and there as well, but not nearly as bad as last month before he got banned. Especially when it had nothing to do with the current stream atmosphere, I guess you could call it at the time. It'd be like during a no mic Dota stream or during the Genshin rerolls." And another statement says, "Yeah, I remember that's crazy that he's still bothering you about this. You talked about him many times that you would only have a few viewers, Dota gaming or sometimes Genshin streams, but he always lurked for channel points and not interact. And like you said, threatened to ban multiple times for it and still blows my mind he's still doing it. I say, yeah, he wanted the people's streams acting like I banned him yesterday, saying he's exposing me. He was always weird about it, to the only conversation we had about him was only about that game." And so, that's why these are lies. And then one thing I completely forgot to mention, by the way, guys. So after Darren showed this on stream, I went into his chat, and I basically tried to get an audience with him. Now, let me just say I'm very, very sorry for my behavior. I was unprofessional, and I was unprepared to go into his chat, but I was not toxic. On that stream, I think the only negative things I say are stuff like, I say the swear words like fucking shit, and I call Nocturnal 80 crazy and weird from time to time, which I back up with evidence showing abnormal human behavior, so I think that's pretty fair. I was unprofessional because I was basically a little bit anxious about the whole thing. I was saying, "Hey Darren, I need you to get me on VC right now, please." And then everybody has like a bad image of me, right? Because they don't know who I am. They thought this like crazy guy that banned Nocturnal 80, his mod, was in chat trying to like stir shit up, but that's not true. So I went onto Darren's stream and I tried to talk and state my case. And so yeah, I go onto his Twitch stream, and basically I'm just stating what I know immediately without having done research, right? I haven't done the research yet because this is hitting me for the first time in 6 months. I didn't even know this is a problem, right? I didn't even know Nocturnal 80 was still mad about this 6 months later. And so now we're up to April 12 until who knows when exactly. On April 12, I try to go onto Darren's stream the next day again to get an audience because I get new information. I was able to look at the chat logs and get new information and also get statements from viewers that also were there. But I was unable to get an audience with him. On that day, I went to his chat and I was talking to him, and he basically said something along the lines of, "I don't want to hear you anymore." So I can kind of understand, you are biased towards your mod. You want to trust your mod, but you have to look at the evidence. So, yeah. After all, though, this is not a very big deal. I'm just trying to defend myself against these baseless accusations. In all honesty, though, it's a very simple situation that could be understood by any outside perspective looking at this that had no reason whatsoever to escalate. The basic summary is that I banned him from Twitch chat for breaking my rules. The rule in question is keep chat on topic. I warned him multiple times. Provided evidence. He sends me 2 messages. One of them is a regular message basically saying, "Hey, I respect your decisions. Best of luck, teammate." The second one is basically harassment and fucking slander. It's very, very inappropriate and very hard to read. Immediately after those messages, I did not respond to any of them because I am not obligated to respond to harassment. And then nearly 6 months later, after that happened, he is trash talking me on somebody else's stream using lies, where I would not be able to know what he was doing if it weren't by pure coincidence that I showed up. Up until that point, though, to me, it was simply out of sight, out of mind for those 6 months. But to him, it was a different story full of brooding negative thoughts. That's all there is to it, really. My endgame here is that I simply do not want him talking about me like this, and to simply handle the band like a man without having to spread lies to parties that are not even involved, creating unnecessary drama. I do not need an apology from anyone at all. This is a cease and desist, if you will, but that's hilarious considering this takes place on Twitch over a ban from a video game streamer. What isn't hilarious are his replies, though. That's just slander. Like I said, I will not be doing any follow-ups on this topic. As stated at the start, I am leaving Twitch due to this incident for fear of my safety and potentially being doxxed. I've gained about 1,000 followers in less than 2 years in Twitch, and rather have my safety and anonymity than risk any further involvement in stuff like this. So, thanks for watching. Peace out.